Hi, I just wanted to introduce everyone. My name is Seth Bloom. I'm an attorney here locally in the New Orleans area. We represent people all over the state of Louisiana. Our firm is called Bloom Legal, and today is our very first video blog. So we're real excited about it, and hopefully clients and other people submit questions to us on the web about legal advice. We try to answer some general legal questions. It's clear to understand, for everyone to understand, that these are simply some generalities of the law. These are not to be taken as actual legal advice, and at no point do we put anything forth as actual legal advice. If you have a specific legal problem, you need to hire an attorney and get that problem looked at by a specific attorney, because each individual legal issue can be completely different and can be complex. But we've recently had a few questions submitted to us about DWIs, which is driving while intoxicated. In the state of Louisiana, someone had asked us whether or not, or how long a DWI can stay on one's record. I guess the person maybe was really trying to ask the question is, how long does it stay on my record where it can be used against me in the future? DWIs are something called enhanceable offenses, and that means that when you get one, you have a conviction. If you get a second conviction, then the second conviction can be enhanced based on the first conviction. So for instance, a third DWI in the state of Louisiana is enhanceable up to a felony charge. So for the purposes of enhanceability on a DWI will stay on your record for 10 years, for the purposes of enhanceability. However, if it just sits on your record, it's easy that the DWI will sit on your record if anyone pulls a criminal background check forever. Which kind of leads me into the next question, and someone had asked, can you get a DWI expunged? If you have a misdemeanor DWI and you plead guilty under Article 894, or you're found not guilty, then you certainly are entitled to an expungement. An expungement is a process that an attorney can do for you, or you can try to do it yourself. We recommend, obviously, that you want the forms and the motions filed properly. This is an expungement is an actual court proceeding. There can be a conflict hearing and so forth, so you really want an attorney handling that matter. So a DWI can be expunged if it is under Article 894 or if you're found not guilty. There's various situations where you can expunge them. There are, however, times you cannot expunge them, and those are going to be specific and more intricate parts of the law that probably aren't going to pertain to anything right here today. Another question was, someone had asked whether or not, if you got a DWI, whether you had to report it to your boss. Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do, and that's strictly between you and your boss and you're in employment. I think the question may have been, since we represent so many med students, law students, military people, professionals, the question is really, where do I have to put this down on an application, whether or not I've been arrested for DWI? Each and every application, whether it's for graduate school or for a job, is different. So that you really need to get an attorney to read over that application to see what you need to put down. It's very common nowadays that when people say, have you ever been arrested? You have to answer that. Have you ever been convicted? You have to answer that. And they'll say, well, even if you have had all of this expunged, you now need to disclose it. So each and every situation will be completely different. And that's basically what we're going to cover today. We're going to start off with just a few DWI questions. Thank you for tuning in to our first video blog. And like I said, once again, here's our disclaimer, that nothing here is actually supposed to be given as real legal advice. These are just some generalities about the law. If you have any specific questions, you need to go to an attorney or call myself, and we'd be glad to look at each case on a case-by-case basis. Thanks a lot, and we look forward to hearing from you.